Hello, welcome to DK Bowl Chat. I am painting a little hummingbird, and I actually started a couple of this one on a short. So there's a couple shorts on there that are starting out with this little hummingbird on the background that I already had. So this one's next to it because it's the same image, but it's a male, and this one's going to be a female. And I'm gonna just change up her coloring to make it more like a female, which would be no red, well maybe a spot of red, but not as bright and colorful as the male is. The male's got a lot more color because he has to attract the female. So I am working on her, and she's got gray on her body, and then a little bit of gray and white in her feathers. So I will bring that over. Got it started right here. And I'm holding the paper. The paper's thinner than I normally use, and that's a bit darker, but it's okay. I'll just go with it. And then a line across where the feather is, where the wing is. There we go. And she's already got a bit of a line around her head, and that's just got gray paint on it. And this brush is it is a 20-0 Creative Mark. It doesn't have to be Creative Mark. It could be a 20-0 of some brand. Some brand that the hair doesn't fall out on. So Creative Mark's pretty good. All right, so I'm gonna paint the gray in on her abdomen, her belly. And I'm just using upward brush strokes on that. And I've added a little lighter paint to it so it doesn't have to be so dark. And then I'm going to go ahead and paint her other wing. And I'm going to add a little brown to it because I can see brown in it. That's got a little bit too much water. You can tell because it's making a puddle on there. So I will just go over it with paint. And right over the top of that. There we go. And then I can thin this down with my other brush. This one is a round, and it's a 3-0. I'm gonna clean up the excess paint I got on here because of the water. And then I'm just gonna put in the feathers, which are coming from, it's hard to tell on here, but coming from the body and out. So I'm going to put that on there. And this is just with gray. I'm just using gray. And it's pretty dark gray. All the way out to the, and I can take these out of here. Then I'm going to add white to it, which is it's like white with a little bit of gray, and that will be the inside of where the light's coming through, the feathers where the light's coming through, because they're flexed out. They're going to have light shining through them. There we go. And then I'm going to take the fan brush. This is a 20-0 fan, and I'm just going to brush out with the fan, like brush from the top where the brown is to out to blend those two together. And it did kind of blend, but I'm going to add more of the light green. Okay. All right, and then I've got a Q-tip here. I'm going to pick up any excess water, which I've got a little bit pooling at the bottom, and also there's some paint there. I'll just pick that up. And a little bit on the top. I can go back to putting the lines in again, the way they were. At the top there was a little bit of brown. There we go. And a little bit of brown on this side. And the feathers on the wings. Those are pretty dark, huh? And a little bit of light. And again, I'll use the fan brush. I have most of the water off of it, so I'm just going to pull down on the feathers. There we go. And get them to blend a little bit so that the light's coming through the feathers, but it's not all of a sudden the focal point of the feathers. There we go. Just take that off of there. And same thing on the other side. I'm going to put in the gray with a little bit of white. I need to put in the light color, which is gray and a little bit of white. This is on an artist trading card, which is a 2.5 by 3.5 piece of paper. It is also called artist original. If you're planning to sell it, it would be called an artist original. But if you're planning to trade it with another artist, it's called an artist trading card. And there's her wing coming in. And get a little bit more light gray. And I see on the edge of the wing, there's a little bit of light, like just coming in on the edge of the wing. I'm going to try pulling that out across there where I see it. And up. There we go. I'm just pulling across it with the fan brush again. And I'm doing lines on the wing again. And then back and forth with the lines. It's a bit much brown, so I'm going to pull that back up. Go for it with white and gray. I got a little bit of water pooled up there, so I'm just getting a paper towel and I'm going to pick it up. There we go. I'll just continue. A little bit of gray and white. So I have been posting videos of this little guy and girl because it's March, I am posting videos of how I treat my MS. I have MS. And how I try to stay healthy even though I have MS. And those videos are on DK Bull Jabbed. Yeah, I will come back and paint more on this little hummingbird. We've got the lines of the line of its little wing put in there, and I think that that's good. I'm going to leave that like that. Try this up, and then I will put, so that picked up more right there. I'm going to take it and put in more of the gray. And then a little bit of the brown and the gray. And it's going to be I'm just putting it back, picking up what I can over here. Okay, so I'm going to call it good for today, and I will be doing another video of this little hummingbird, and I hope you join me next time. Thank you for joining me today, and please like this video and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much.